Have you ever heard of an entire city vanishing overnight, swallowed by the sea without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and legends? What if I told you that this isn't just a myth, but a real place that existed over 2,000 years ago? This is the haunting mystery of the lost city of Helike. Helike was once a prosperous and powerful city in ancient Greece, located in the region of Achaia, on the northern coast of the Peloponnese. It was a thriving hub of trade, culture, and science, a place where temples stood tall, philosophers gathered, and its influence stretched across the ancient world. But in the winter of 373 BC, something extraordinary and terrifying happened. According to ancient sources, Helike was destroyed in a single night by a massive earthquake, followed by a tsunami that submerged the city into the Gulf of Corinth. The devastation was so complete that not a single inhabitant survived. What remained was a watery grave and a story that would echo through time. Historians and writers of the ancient world like Strabo, Pausanias, and Diodorus Siculus documented the disaster. They described how the sea surged violently over the land, engulfing buildings, people, and even entire temples dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. Some even considered it a punishment from Poseidon himself. But as time passed, Helike became more legend than reality. For centuries, explorers and archaeologists searched for its remains, but the city refused to reveal itself. Some believed it was just a myth, maybe even an early inspiration for Plato's tale of Atlantis. So what really happened to Helike? To understand this, we need to dive into the natural forces that might have caused such a catastrophe. The region of Helike is located near a major geological fault line, where the African and Eurasian tectonic plates meet. This makes it a hotspot for seismic activity. An underwater earthquake could have easily triggered a massive tsunami, especially if the seabed suddenly shifted or collapsed. Eyewitnesses from neighboring cities reported seeing a bright light in the sky before the earthquake, possibly an early record of earthquake lights, a phenomenon scientists are still studying today. Then came the shaking, and finally, a towering wave that wiped Helike off the map. But nature wasn't the only mystery here. What makes the story of Helike even more fascinating is the sheer silence that followed. For more than 2,000 years, no one could find any definitive proof of its existence. The land where it once stood had changed. Rivers shifted, coastlines eroded, and silt covered what little evidence remained. It wasn't until the early 1990s that a team of Greek archaeologists led by Dora Katsonopoulou and Steven Soter made a breakthrough. They discovered buried ruins near the village of Rizomylos, about 1.5 kilometers inland from the current shoreline. The site included roads, coins stamped with the name of Helike, pottery, and even foundations of ancient buildings. What they found matched the ancient descriptions. It was a city frozen in time, preserved beneath layers of clay and sand. Not under the sea, but entombed in the earth, pushed back by the forces of nature over centuries. It was Helike, rediscovered after 2 millennia of silence. The most astonishing part? The excavation is still ongoing. Every year, archaeologists uncover more of the lost city, its houses, its public spaces, its streets. And with each discovery they get closer to understanding the life of the people who once lived there, and how they met their sudden end. But mysteries remain. Why was there no warning? Could they have seen the signs? Some researchers believe there may have been subtle clues, unusual animal behavior, minor tremors, or changes in groundwater. But in a world without modern science, these warnings went unheeded. And then there's the question of legacy. Why did Helike, once a cultural and political beacon, vanish from collective memory so quickly? Some believe it was deliberately forgotten, its destruction too traumatic, or maybe even considered a divine curse. Others think its downfall was a cautionary tale, a story of hubris, warning future generations not to anger the gods or ignore the power of nature. Today, Helike serves as a symbol of the fragile line between civilization and chaos. It's a reminder that no matter how powerful a city might be, nature always holds the final say. Its story also challenges us. How many other ancient cities lie hidden beneath our feet or under our oceans waiting to be found? How many lost chapters of human history remain untold, buried beneath layers of time and dust? The mystery of Helike may finally be unraveling, but it continues to captivate historians, scientists, and dreamers alike. It's a window into a forgotten world, and a stark warning from the past. So the next time you hear of a myth, of a city swallowed by the sea, of gods bringing wrath upon mortals, remember Helike. Because sometimes, myths are rooted in truth. And sometimes truth is even stranger than legend. Thanks for watching TimeScope. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of time.